Thank you for joining Wars of the Rosies as we continue with part 18, lesson 17 of the Illuminated Faith, Mystical Interpretation of the Gospel of St. John by Swinburne Clymer. Lesson 17, St. John chapter 5, verses 1 through 16. 1. After this there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. 2. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. Bethesda means the house where the mercy can be had by those who are unfortunate, the house of the merciful. 3. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. 4. For when an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water, whosoever then first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. On account of this legend, the pool received the name Place of Mercy. The people believed that the angel came down because she took mercy on the sufferers. 5. And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years. 6. When Jesus saw him lie, and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he saith unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? To be made whole refers not to the body, but to the soul. To be made whole means to be made whole or holy. None can become holy except through a life of obedience to the divine law, through the awakening of the soul, through the cleansing of the body, the temple of the living God. When this is accomplished, then does the soul become free, for it has become conscious of itself and of the infinite. 7. The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. 8. Jesus saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed and walk. 9. And immediately the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. If ye have faith, all things are possible. Faith, if from the heart, cast out all fear. All desire is due to fear. All disease is due to fear. It is of the flesh. True faith is from the heart, and if true faith can be aroused in the heart, it rises the vibrations to such an extent that all the lower vibrations, heavy clogging vibrations, must give way. The man had faith in that which Jesus commanded him to do. So great was his faith that he did not even question whether it was possible for him to rise up and walk. He simply obeyed. All disease, every affliction of the heart, even all evil, indicates a low state of vibrations. They are vibrations of the body and are not of the heart or the soul. If the vibrations of the heart are aroused, which are always strong, powerful, and rapid, then the vibrations of the body must give way, and the result is a cure. Thy faith hath made thee whole. According to thy faith, so be it unto thee. 10. The Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, It was the Sabbath day. It is not lawful for thee to carry thy bed. 11. He answered them, He that made me whole, the same said unto me, Take up thy bed and walk. 12. Then asked they, What man is that which said unto thee, Take up thy bed and walk? 13. And he that was healed wist not who it was, for Jesus had conveyed himself away, a multitude being in that place. 14. Afterward Jesus findeth him in the temple, and said unto him, Behold, thou art made whole. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee. This man, through the suffering he had undergone during the 38 years, had expiated the sin for which he had been suffering. He had paid the penalty in full, and through suffering, he had become purified or holy and needed only the divine command to become free from the sickness which he suffered for past sins. This is seen in the words of Jesus, "Behold, thou art made whole." But something more was recognized by Jesus, for he here teaches a divine principle. Though the man had sinned before and had suffered for it, though through his suffering he had become holy and free from the suffering, yet Jesus tells him frankly that if he sins again, a worse thing may come to him. Here Jesus plainly teaches that if we sin, if we do wrong, nothing can prevent us from paying the penalty of sin. All suffering, all misery, all sickness and pain is the result of living or doing contrary to the divine law. And whosoever does not live in harmony with the law will be made to suffer. 15. The man departed and told the Jews that it was Jesus which had made him whole. How come this man knew that it was Jesus? There was no one to tell him, no one who knew him. Through obedience to the law, he had become free from suffering. Through suffering, he had become holy. For to be free from suffering and to be holy are one and the same thing. Through his holiness, he had come to recognize that the body of man is Jesus, while the soul that dwelleth in the body, when it has become free, which is to say, when it has become conscious, is the Christ. 16. And therefore did the Jews persecute Jesus and sought to slay him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. To those who live in the darkness of ignorance, all things appear wrong which do not harmonize with established laws. These laws may be man-made and in direct conflict with the divine law, but because men recognize them as laws, and because it is in the power of men to administer and to execute them, it is considered a crime to go contrary to established customs and laws. If they say that a person must not do a certain thing, even though it be the saving of a life, because he has not been given the proper authority by an authorized body of men, then he must not do it. This is the severe and unjust standard of unregenerated men who worship tradition and custom. Such men were the Jews in large degree. Such is man today. He dwells in ignorance and in darkness. He knows no law but that which man has made. And woe to him who knows the divine law and would obey it. Persecution will be his lot. Yet, blessed, thrice blessed is he who knows and obeys the divine law, for knowledge and obedience are their own reward. In spite of persecution and of misunderstanding, the soul that remains true to the law of his own being reaps a happy reward. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.